All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Makar Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect to the nation of Israel. This is going to be a lesson on this thing that's taken place, right, today. Right, something took place today. That's a very big sign of what's going to be happening all over the world, man. Right, if the day is going to come where these types of things are going to be happening on a regular basis, and as I'm talking, you've already probably seen what I'm talking about anyway. But I'm going to go into it briefly, and then I'm just going to go into the prophecies in the Bible that said that these types of things was going to happen. All right, so it says, ex-Navy gunman who killed Shinzo Abe, or Shinzo Abe, I don't know how you say that last name, out of frustration, had an arsenal of homemade explosives and guns. Japanese ex-PM bled to death after being blasted in the heart and neck. So this guy was disgruntled with his PM, right, with his leader, right, with his kings or princes, and therefore he decided to take matters into his own hands, and didn't regard the law in that time, and didn't even regard him, right? Because normally what people do in this world is they go on strike, right? They complain in that kind of way. But this man took it upon himself to do something else, and that we might find later on that there's deeper meanings to this, and that there's deeper things going on, as there always is anyway in this world. But I'm just taking it as at face value as what I'm seeing right now, that a normal everyday person, if you can, I don't want to say, well, he ain't a normal everyday person because he was ex-Navy, right? But he's still a citizen or whatever, and he just took it upon himself to cause harm towards one of his own kings or princes, man. And this is prophecy, right? This is prophecy that these types of things was going to take place. So let me go to it. This is 2Esdras chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and that dwell therein, for the destruction, for the sword and their destruction. Let me read it again. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, right? Sedition is pretty much being against your government being rebellious against your government, being rebellious against your rulers, right? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, right? He did the modern day kings or princes are the prime ministers, the presidents, right? That's it. The modern day kings or princes are those types of people, man. The governors and all of these types of people, the like rulers of certain districts. The name skips my mind right now, but those are the people that are the rulers and the kings and the princes of this modern time. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbour, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And we've already seen verse 16 taking place on a small scale. It's happened over here in the UK too. And I forget the woman's name skips my mind right now, but there was a PM that got killed over here, right? But this is prophecy that these things was going to take place. It's written that these things are going to happen, man. And people will accept it to a certain degree happening in even Asia. They'll kind of be like, oh yeah, that's a normal for that kind of thing to happen over there. But when that kind of thing starts taking place in America, and it starts taking place with people that are known, right? People that are world, like that everyone will just know. Like, I've never heard of that guy before, personally. That guy that's dead, I've never heard of him before. But the day is gonna come where people that are known, for that everyone would know that ain't even about politics in any way, that they're gonna have it happen to them. And it's written, verse 16 again, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes. So that's seditious, right there, what that man did, right? And he wasn't regarding his kings nor princes in that time. He didn't care about what the law had to say. He knew he was going to get caught from doing that. He's blatantly open as the guy's doing the speech that he did it. He's going to get caught, but he didn't care. And the course of their actions are standing in their power. So in this time now, he got caught, right? But in the time to come, the people that are going to do these things and these evils are not going to get caught because the police are going to be worried about some other things, right? The police ain't going to be there to step in because the police are going to be looked at as equal in that time. They're not going to be looked at as a superior that's over the people. They're going to be looked at as, you bleed just like me. That's how people are going to be coming with it. They're going to be like, well, you bleed just like me. You've got a gun, officer. Well, so have I. That's how they're going to be treating these police officers in that day, because the police have often shown themselves as being corrupt anyway. And people are starting to realise that when they commit a crime, right, that they get judged for it. But when Esau commits a crime, they don't get judged. And that's causing people to become angry, man. And people are realising that the police are just like a pit bull on a leash to keep the way of the elites going while oppressing everybody else. No one ever cared when it was just oppressing the Israelites. But now they're starting to see that it's even going and attacking the lower class of the Edomites. And now they're losing their mind, people are, man. And I'm going to end the lesson there. I just wanted to do a quick video on that because these things are going to start becoming a regular occurrence in the days to come. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makar Kodash. The one on the apostles and the elders of great millstone, and Shalom to be lit to the nation of Israel. Shalom.